Hi, this is your Byram Stanhope chiropractor, Dr. Wil Holdsworth from Pain Relief Chiropractic. I'm going to go over some stretches today for your wrist, hand, and forearm. It'll even target the elbow if you do them in a certain way. You want to make sure that you stretch this area out, not only because you want to loosen the area, because if it's tight it'll cause discomfort, but you also want to keep in mind that there's nerves that run through this area of your arm and your wrist. If you have too much tightness in this area, it'll compress those nerves, and that can cause some numbness and tingling. So to get started, a lot of people recommend the stretch where you take your hand and you go stretch it out like this. I'm not really a fan of that stretch because the one arm where you're tight is doing work, making it stay tight, while the other one's getting loose. I like doing this stretch better, where you take your palms, you put them together, and you put your hands down, and you lower your hands down towards your navel. As you do this, you'll feel a deeper stretch, and you want to make sure your palms stay together. Another way to look at this stretch is from a side view. I like to do a couple extra things with this stretch to feel it even deeper. I'm going to push my chest out when I do this, and also kind of droop my shoulders at the same time. So without my arms in place, I'm basically doing this, and when you do that, you'll feel it even deeper into this area. Now, this is a great stretch because you can do it anywhere, but there's another stretch that you can do that'll help target this even deeper. And when you do this, you want to use a tabletop or a desk or something like that. So I'm going to use this desk here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand down, but then turn my fingers so that my fingers are pointing toward my torso. I'm going to lean toward my wrist here so that I don't have an insane stretch to start out with, but I'll start just like this, and then lean away from my wrist if I can to get some nice deep stretching into that area. You can also lean from side to side to target different spots, and wherever you're tightest is where you're going to want to be. So this is another good stretch you can use. Now I'm going to show you something you should definitely stretch as well, especially if you're getting some symptoms going into your fingers. If you're getting that numbness and tingling in your fingers, there's no reason why you shouldn't be targeting this area here as well. No one really stretches their fingers out, and the way that you do it is I'm going to walk over here to this counter because it's just easier for the height of the stretch. I'm going to put my fingertip on the edge of the desk or the countertop. I don't want to put it so that my one joint is missing the stretch here. Make sure to include all joints and just go for a couple seconds, just enough to feel a nice deep stretch. You can do this at your desk while you're working. It's like a nice little micro break. When you do the thumb though, I want you to keep in mind, the thumb doesn't really do much of this as much as it does opposition. So in order to stretch out the thumb to get the opposition, I'm going to switch. I'm going to do my left hand so it's easier for you to see. But I'm going to put my hand on the desk like this, and I'm just going to push in this way so that I'm stretching it out in this fashion. And you'll feel a nice stretch when you do that for the thenar pad, which is the fleshy muscular area of your thumb. Go ahead and do these stretches. Most of them I would recommend 30 seconds, except for the finger stretches. You don't really need to do that for 30 seconds. Plus you'd be here for 30 seconds times 10 fingers. And what's that? You're going to be here for 5 minutes. Stretching out your fingers is kind of a long time. So thanks for watching this video. If you have a question, just go ahead and drop a line below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. This is your Byram Stanhope chiropractor, Dr. Wil Holdsworth from Pain Relief Chiropractic.